Hey, it's Murders here from Lapp Wagons, and today we're going to be assembling some features and options on a kid's wagon. If you haven't already, please check out our video where we assembled the Model 630 Speedway Express wagon. So in today's video, we're going to be covering the sun top feature, the plywood seat, the cushion seat, and the cooler carrier. Let's jump on into it. So we're going to be starting with the sun top option today, and what you will need for this assembly is a drill with a Phillips driver, and if you don't have that, you can do a screwdriver with a Phillips head. So let's get this open. So after you unbox the sun top, you'll notice you have a fabric cover, 2 arches, 4 brackets, and a bag full of screws. One thing important to note about the brackets is there is a certain way you have to put the brackets on. So as you can see, the top right here is coming outward of the wagon. When you put this bracket on, you can see it's facing inward of the wagon. This is not right. So you want to have the slanted surface, lay it flat, and you want to make sure it's coming outside of the wagon. So to begin assembling the brackets, you want to make sure you have 2 screws on each side and then 4 brackets screwed in each corner. So now that we have the brackets in place, it's time to put the wooden arches through the sleeves of the cover. So now that we have the cover onto the arches, we can begin inserting the arches in the brackets. So that's it for the sun top, guys. Now let's move on to the cooler carrier. To assemble your cooler carrier, you're going to need a socket wrench with 7/16 sockets and a 9/16 socket. And you also are going to need a vice grip. So after unboxing your cooler carrier, you will have the main frame of the cooler carrier, a snap pin, the support arm, 2 brackets, and then 2 bolts with 2 nuts. So to begin, you can flip over your frame for your cooler carrier. You're gonna wanna begin inserting your brackets into the certain holes. Depending on the size of your wagon, you're gonna wanna find which is the right size for your wagon. For the 630, it's all the way at the outside of both sides. So then you'll take your socket wrench with a 7/16 socket and begin tightening it. And you want to make sure this is straight. So once your brackets are bolted in, it's time to get your support arm bolted in. So what you're gonna want to do, you're gonna line up this opening into right here and insert the bolt all the way through. So now that you got your support arm bolted in, it's time to bolt in the nut. So you can do it by hand as far as you can go, and then you'll need the help with the socket wrench. So you're going to take off the 7/16 socket and place the 9/16 socket. And then you can begin tightening. And also to help you out, use your vice grips, lock it in, start bolting. Now that you got your support arm all bolted in, it's time to flip the cooler carrier over. You can remove the rear rail and mount the cooler carrier on the rear. So once you got your cooler carrier mounted, you'll want to have the support arm go into the axle, and you want to make sure it's leveled. If it's not leveled, try adjusting your support arm, extending it, or retracting it. In our case, we're going to extend it because it's lowered. And you can try again. So once you're satisfied with the level of your cooler carrier, you can start inserting your snap pin to lock in the support arm. So that's it for the cooler carrier. Any cooler that's 13 by 23 should be able to fit in here correctly. And this specific cooler is not included, but for visual purposes, we'll show you how it looks. Now with that, we'll be moving on to cushion seats. So here we have the cushion seat. It's a really simple assembly, 2 ways. Lay it flat down, or we can have it stand up as so. Now with that, we can move on to the plywood seat. So after unboxing your plywood seats, you should receive 2 sides, 1 back support and 1 bottom, and a couple of screws. To begin assembly, you can start by inserting the screws into these pre-drilled holes. Then grab your bottom. Then you repeat for the other side. So after you put your plywood seat together, you can begin putting it inside. Flatten it out. It does come with an adjustable seat belt that can fit 2 children. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like on the video, and have a good day.